Hello everyone, Harry here, and I'm doing another LO episode. However, for my own safety, I've brought along a guest. Would you like to introduce yourself, good sir?
Hello, I'm Berserker88. I do Let's Plays, and I guess I also do Kung Fu Panda videos now, since this is my second one in 2 days.
Yeah. The reason I've brought along Berserker really is because we've been chatting on YouTube and we seem to like the same kind of things really. So I thought to kind of break up the monotony of kind of doing LOA episodes on request, I thought I'd bring him along for another perspective on the show really. So, my first question is, how did you get into Kung Fu Panda? What was your kind of gateway into this amazing series that we both love?
Um, I saw the first film like a long time ago, well, back when it first came out, and for some reason, I'm probably crazy, but I didn't think it was that great at the time. It's something I kind of had to like appreciate later. I think it's only like the second one that really brought me into the series.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to say that. Even I will admit, as a fan, the first one is a little bit cliche at points.
Well, I mean, they're all cliche, but that one's a little more so.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah. Uh, and as for this show, I actually kind of liked it at first, as crazy as that sounds. Because at the time I was like, oh, yay, more Kung Fu Panda. And then as time went on, I was kind of like, oh, this kind of sucks.
That was my reaction exactly. When I watched the second film and I got through all the shorts, I was like, oh my god, there's a TV show. It must be amazing. Finished the first episode. This isn't amazing.
I liked that a little longer than the first episode.
I don't even remember what my first episode was. I'm pretty sure it might have been a tigress tail. And I only picked it because it had tigress in it and I like tigress. That was literally the only reason.
I actually just started from the beginning. I went into like iTunes and started watching like the first couple episodes in order. I guess it don't matter. It's not like the show has any continuity.
I was just going to say, like, you can watch any episode and it really doesn't matter. There's no overarching story, which is a little bit disappointing, really.
Yeah.
I should mention before we go any further, this episode was actually a request. I don't know why you requested this particular episode. I don't really remember that much about it. But it's not bad from a rewatch. It's actually, I would consider it one of the better episodes.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. And the main reason is because it's a Viper episode and Viper doesn't really get anything.
I do kind of wish she would get a little bit more screen time because Lucy Liu is a good actress and she's just like horribly underused in everything in this franchise.
I'm pretty sure she's had more lines in this episode than like the entire rest of the franchise combined.
Yeah, probably actually.
It kind of seems like she should be getting paid more for this.
I would hope she gets paid more than anyone else in this entire cast apart from James Hong.
Who actually comes back for LOA? Is it just Lucy Liu and James Hong?
Yeah, that's literally the only two. Oh, and Uguay's voice actor.
No, well, it's not that matters. He's in like what, 3 episodes?
I do like the fact they brought him back, but again, he's horribly underused.
Oh, he's dead. What would you expect?
Just to clarify, he means Uguay, not the voice, not the actor.
Actor, no. Kind of crazy, but his actor was also a ghost.
When you said that, I was like, he's not dead, is he? I went to check and I'm like, no, he isn't dead. Why am I checking? Did you actually know he's actually in Dragon Ball Evolution as well? He's Grandpa Gohan.
No, I have not seen that movie. I kind of want to, but I kind of don't.
Only watch it if you're drunk and in the mood for something that doesn't... It's not really a film, it's more of an experience.
Yeah, one of those so bad it's good kind of things.
I've never seen a franchise, or rather a film of a franchise, get something so wrong. It's like if you change some of the names of the characters, you could call it a totally different thing.
Yeah, from what little I know about it, I can agree with that.
This episode's a little bit weird, getting back to the episode, because it's like, it's kind of got like a really harsh tone to it if you look at it in a certain light, because it's kind of looking at racism, but then it kind of half-asses the shit out of it, and like basically turns everyone against Viper for like no fucking reason.
Just to have a racism plot, basically.
It's really awkward.
It's kind of funny though, because in a world like this, you don't really think about it, but there really would be like crazy racism, like everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in a way it makes sense, but it comes out of nowhere still.
LOA has opened my eyes to the racism in Kung Fu Panda. I hate the fact as well, like, Viper's a member of the fucking Furious Five. They've defended that valley for, like, decades, and everyone's like, oh, you're Snake, I've just realised that. We don't actually like you anymore.
Oh, I like this little part right here where they actually kind of acknowledge the whole, like, descendant from dragons thing.
That's pretty cool.
Like, I don't know if that's actually part of, like, a Chinese myth or if that's actually from the short. Do you think it's just from the Furious 5 short?
Yeah, I think it's from that.
Like, well, that's pretty impressive. I'm kind of impressed they actually know enough about the franchise to do that.
The only part of Chinese mythology I know that they absolutely have like used is in the first film, the reason why Tigress wants to fight Tai Lung is because it's something to do with like I think it was tigers and dragons in mythology are like arch enemies or something like that. So it was a nice little reference to that.
And strangely, people also use that as like a justification for Poe and Tigress to get together.
No. That look, I understand if people want that, but don't imply that it's already there because it really isn't.
No, I'll admit that I kind of like the idea. It depends how they pull it off. So far, there isn't really anything explicit.
I don't mind if they, as long as it's done well and done like in an intelligent way, I really don't mind. But the thing is, like, I remember Angelina Jolie said in an interview for Kung Fu Panda 2 that they are going to get together, and I don't know if she just said that just to be Angelina Jolie, but I can't see. There's nothing in the first two films to hint at that in any way, shape, or form.
Like at the most, people use like the hugging scene, but at the most, that was like friendship.
Yeah, exactly.
And friendship's fine.
Apart from that really awkward bit in Secrets of the Masters where she says, whose hand is that? And only Mantis and Poe are there. Oh god.
Oh my god.
The implications are incredible for that.
So I haven't been really talking about the show too much. Well, I guess neither of us have.
It's alright, we don't have to. It's LOA. Everybody. Oh, the ultimate opinion about LOA is that everybody hates it, so there's not much you can say about that, really.
And to be fair, like most actual commentaries barely talk about what they're commentating on.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will point out that, as usual, Poe is being a massive asshole.
I literally don't understand that. He's supposed to be the audience kind of. You're supposed to look at the show through his eyes, and when he's being a dick to like Viper and like. You're kind of exposed to kind of sympathise with him. I don't get that.
He's kind of supposed to be like the moral figure in this episode almost, because he's kind of advocating for Viper's rights, but at the same time he keeps accidentally insulting her, so it makes it hard to sympathise.
It's so awkward. In a way that I kind of like that, because I like the fact that he's not blanket yes or no. He's kind of, I like her and she's my friend, but she's also a snake, so I don't like her.
Yeah. I really love how creepy she is.
Viper's voice, because this is slowed down, it's really weird. She sounds manlier than Poe.
Yeah, I should point out we're like watching like a slowed down version of this, so Poe sounds ridiculously masculine.
I love the idea that because we're watching a slowed down version and everyone's got deeper voices, it actually makes sense why everyone's scared of Viper.
Because suddenly she sounds so much more menacing.
Yeah.
See, that's kind of what I was wondering about if Lucy Liu was doing the voice, because I watched this before and I was like, that doesn't quite sound like her, and then now I know why.
Yeah, it definitely is Lucy Liu. I don't know why she over every other cast member came back for this. It's a little bit random.
I don't know. I guess she really liked the character or something, which I can appreciate.
She sees something we don't, perhaps. I do really like the villain of this episode. He's got a unique design, and it's something that the show didn't really do that much. I mean, like, I would have preferred it if they do a lot more one-off villains rather than just keep using like the same 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I definitely appreciate the show when it's trying to, like, even if it fails at it, if it's trying to do something new, that's fine for me.
Yeah, even if it does fail at it a lot.
That bunny was actually going for the kill, though. I just would like to point that out to everyone. That was really fucking disturbing.
A bunny with a crossbow. It's just kind of fucked up.
Kung Fu Panda's dark, but it never had anything that dark.
Well, just to clarify, was he aiming at Viper?
I think he was.
Okay, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, I just realised, like, if he is aiming at Viper, she's a member of the Furious Five, man.
Yeah, in this episode, everyone would be okay with it because she's a snake.
No, this episode, I changed my mind. This episode's not okay. It's terrible. Just like as a personal thing, though, I absolutely despise snakes. Like, they terrify me. So, like, but even for me, I'm like, I can understand why some people would like them, but like, I'm not like I would never fire a crossbow at one.
Oh, if you had a crossbow, that'd be pretty awesome. But I digress.
Daryl from The Walking Dead. What do you think of Poe's voice actor for this?
In general, not assuming this testosterone version.
Yeah, in general.
In general, he's actually pretty good. At being like Jack Black.
I thought it was Jack Black when I first started watching this.
Yeah, I did too, and I was like, Jack Black, why are you doing this? But no, it's not him.
I would have said Jack Black has like standards, but he was in the Tenacious D movie, so.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I like the Tenacious D movie.
Oh, and Nacho Libre.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it either, but I've seen trailers in it, and it's bizarre.
It did look really strange. Like you said like you saw Kung Fu Panda when it came out. It's weird that because I remember when it came out, I was 14, and I just remember the first trailer for it because ironically it was in the DVD for Shrek 3, I think.
Okay.
And I remember it just looked really cliche.
Oh wait, so you first saw the trailer on a DVD?
Yeah, because they used to. I don't know if they do that anymore, but I haven't bought a DVD in ages. They like, especially DreamWorks ones. They used to like try and advertise their other films that were coming up, and it was that trailer of Kung Fu Panda where the animation was really bad, and it looked really stiff.
I'm not sure I remember that one.
It's kind of like it was. The scene was basically Poe in the training hall, training with the five, and then he kicks the dummy, and he kind of like falls out. He kind of gets thrown through a wall for some reason.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
The tone for the trailer was like completely different to what the film was like, though, so it was really weird.
To be fair, that's pretty much been all Kung Fu Panda trailers so far, including the third films, the American one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just in case people didn't see your video on that, which everyone should check out, by the way. What did you think of the trailers for Kung Fu Panda 3?
Well, I did like them both. I definitely like the Chinese one more.
Hmm.
But it is kind of cool that we at least got to see in the English one, we got to see Poe's dad a bit.
His design is definitely growing on me, because when I first saw his design, I thought, well, he doesn't look anything like he did in the second film, for one, and he looks a bit like his shoulders look massive in one of the photos, like freakishly massive. But like his design's growing on me a lot.
It helps actually seeing him in motion.
Yeah, they said in like to promote like kind of the character, they said he's pretty much Poe if Poe had never learned kung fu, and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think of it like that. That's pretty cool actually. It's kind of like a what if scenario in a way.
Also kind of Poe if Poe's village never got attacked, if he was just grew up as a farmer or whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
I like this little scene right here, where we're trying to be menacing. I like how he thinks that she has potential to be scary.
What
I
were
really
those?
don't think so. Oh.
I mean, look at
Then
that.
again,
That's
she is
truly
Lucy
the
Liu.
face of terror. That.
Miss, I'll take your fucking head.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot she was in that.
Yeah.
I only ever remember her from that Futurama episode and from Elementary.
That's actually where I most remember her, because I know I saw Kill Bill a lot.
I've never seen Kill Bill.
It's ridiculously long.
I've heard they are pretty amazing. Those things that are on her head, did they explain what those were in the short, or did they just kind of like appear when she got older?
Just flower things. I mean, she always wears them.
Okay. Well, my question, if they're just flower fingers, how have they stayed on her head?
I don't know. She's got some kind of crazy kung fu chia powers that make them stick to her head. I don't know.
I would. The answer I was kind of expecting was you to just go kung fu and just leave it at that.
You know, to be frank, that pretty much was the same answer, just in more words.
Yeah.
People kind of ask the same thing about how Tigress's sandals stay on her feet without straps. Yep.
Kung Fu. For ages, I didn't even realise she was wearing sandals because I don't understand why she needs footwear out of every single member of the 5.
Yeah, she's the only one, which is weird. Then again, well, half of them don't even have feet.
Yes, I don't know why I had to think about that.
It's kind of creepy in this sense, just the way he gets up close like that, almost yeah, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't. It's going to turn into a fanfic, then.
Well, LOA does often come across as a fanfic. A bad fanfic.
Thanks, Poe. I might do a bad fanfiction, just read out one of the scripts for the episodes.
Oh, this is kind of cool if she actually bites him here.
I was just going to say, did she just bite him or just like headbutt him and he fell over?
Yeah, she just bit him.
Oh, cool.
Like, you don't see her do that.
Well, didn't see... Well, actually, in the short, The Secrets of the Furious 5, she doesn't have teeth, does she? Or if she does, they're not sharp.
Yeah, I always kind of assumed that they just kind of grew in later, like after she got over not having them. I mean, she has them in the films too, so for once, it's not the show's fault. So theoretically, she is venomous. Just kind of never use it. Which kind of reminds me, even in the short, the venom was like considered a kung fu technique too. They're talking about they're talking about the Great Master Viper and his poison fang technique, which is literally just biting his enemy to death. Everything is kung fu in this world. I do really like this fight scene coming up. I've only seen this episode once, but I remember.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, Poe can relate to snakes now. He has no arms. She sounds really creepy with a deep voice.
God damn it, Viper, you had one job. You should have just ended Poe there. But Poe, you already knew that. I love that. This entire episode,
Yeah.
Poe has learnt nothing.
I mean, the real problem here is that he's just really socially awkward.
On that face. Was it? I don't know if it was in your analysis, but you said that you remember that bit when in the third film's trailer where Poe has that kind of like smug like grin on his face.
The DreamWorks face, yeah.
He was like doing the DreamWorks face.
That wasn't my analysis. It was that scene where he's like in the costume and on top of the thing. And I forgot this guy was like the reptilian scarecrow because he's got like the spirit toxin that he's trying to spread to everyone.
To be honest, I totally forgot what the plot was, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, well, I'm good to remind you then. Yeah, so like I was saying, I like this little fight right here. If there's one thing the show does consistently well, it's fight scenes.
Well, they got the person who choreographs all of this is the same person who did it for The Last Airbender, so I like.
Okay, to be fair.
Yeah, like that.
Wait, we're talking about the series, not the movie.
Yeah, the movie has a different team, I think.
Okay, because it was that choreographer, everything would be like super slow and it would take forever to do anything.
Yeah. Like that.
Like do a little dance to throw a punch.
Oh, like no, if I was so hoping like. If it was The Last Airbender choreographers, it would be the ones from the film, like, and they would just pick up a rock and throw it.
Well, no, they got to do a little a choreography. They got to do a little dance first and then throw it. Remember?
I don't know if that's my favourite or least favourite thing I've ever seen. That bit, because it's like totally against what that show was about, and but it's really funny to look at.
Yeah. Just like Dragon Ball Evolution we were just talking about. It's so bad it's good, and how completely it just fucks up the source material.
Meanwhile, back at the Valley of Peace,
Everyone is celebrating their impending doom.
I don't know how she's moving that fast, but it's cool visual.
So I'm really late in pointing this out, but they have like this aqueduct festival. Why the fuck do they have an aqueduct festival?
I don't know.
Like, Tiger Steve makes a note about this. Is like, what, another festival? Do these people ever work? You're like the line. It's kind of like poking fun of itself because they have like a festival for everything in the valley.
Tigress is super salty in LOA. What the fuck?
Well, yeah, well, if they drank that, I don't think they're all going to be terrified. I think they're all going to be dead.
Like it's kind of a weird like note, but the person who voices Shifu in this, is also the voice of the Hulk.
Wait, what?
In every like Marvel cartoon, the guy who voices the Hulk is the guy who voices Shifu.
Huh.
It's Fred. I can't say a second.
Fred Taddyscore or something.
Yeah, that's it.
And he's also Poe's dad in the second film, isn't he?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. That Poe should be dead.
Well, Viper should have been dead there too. To be frank, there's a lot of things that should have killed Poe by now. It didn't. I always find his little slur kind of weird. Two-leggers. I mean, snakes don't have any legs, so it's kind of weird that he specifies two. I don't know why that of all things I'm commenting on.
It disturbs me watching this series how shiny Poe's model is. Like, I don't know if it's just a reflection of like the cheap animation, but like, I mean, look there, where the water's on it looks really awkward.
Well, because they don't really have fur effects. It's just kind of just flat.
Okay, so we're reaching the end of the episode. So, Berserker, what is your final opinion on the Serpent's Tooth?
It's not as bad as most of them. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I have to praise the episode for anything, it was trying something new. But like, ultimately, it just suffers the same things that every single episode has. It's just kind of a bit lazy at points, and it ruins its own continuity to prove a point, and it's a really awkward point that doesn't really make much sense in the context of the show.
Although, if you do like Viper, you should give it a watch, because it's pretty much the only thing she gets, aside from that short.
It's nice to see, like you said, it's nice to see Viper get some screen time. I think I've said this a lot since doing these commentaries, but that's what I wanted for the show, to like explore the other characters' backstories.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of weird, because I think the rest of the 5 have gotten at least a couple episodes, but as far as I know, this is the only Viper one.
Oh, I just saw producer Jennifer Nelson, so if that's the producer for the film, you should be ashamed.
Wait, what?
Oh, it said on producer, it said Jennifer Nelson on the credits there.
Well, it's not the same producer, though, right?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to assume not.
I hope not. Okay, this is the end of the Legend of Awesomeness commentary. I want to thank Berserker for joining me for this one. It was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, that went by really fast, actually.
It actually made LOA tolerable. So I'll see you next time for another Legend of Awesomeness commentary, and who knows, maybe Berserker will be joining me for something bigger in the future. See you then.
See you later.